guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2018 season. So, it is Monday. We are here with a brand new team to kick off the week. So we finished up on Friday last week with that Hail team, and it was a bit sad to see it go in the end, but it was really fun playing it over the 2 weeks. We know we had ups and downs with it, but I think it was very beneficial, and we got some good lessons out of it, I think. So first off, hope you all had an amazing weekend. Second off, I am super exhausted today. I'm really tired. So over the weekend, I was away. I went to Mid-Season Showdown in Orpington. Had an absolute blast seeing everyone. It was a really fun day, just very tiring. I think I had to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get my bus coach journey over to London. And I didn't end up getting back till like 11, so it totally wiped me out. Tournament though. To be honest, until the last round, I wasn't too disappointed with how I played. I think I was playing alright. I had some tough matchups. I played Lou in round 2. It was a super stacked MSS as well. There was a lot of really good players there. So I played Lou round 2, and she was running that crazy Lilicol team with the Oricorio, and I game 1 made a bit of a wrong call, and she played it extremely well. And game 2, it kind of just overpowered me, and Lou, like I say, was just playing the team extremely well, so put that one down as a pretty bad matchup and going against a pretty good opponent when piloting it, because Lou plays that team really well. And then from there I went on, played Jamie Boyd round 3, and as we know, Jamie Boyd is one of the best VGC players that we've got in our community, so it wasn't going to be an easy match. Game 1 I won. I was pretty pleased with that. It was a pretty clean game. Game 2, he got himself back into it. Had some mad tech on his Celesteela that really kind of made it difficult for me to close the game down. And then game 3, unfortunately, turn 1, I lost the speed tie with our Ninetales. He had Ninetales out, I had Ninetales out. I lost the speed tie and lost my Ninetales, and from there it really kind of limited my switching options and took away my Aurora Veil option as well, which was a bit unfortunate for myself, but you know, you risk those 50-50. So I wasn't really too disappointed with the loss there, because I think you kind of risk the 50-50 knowing that that can happen. If you get it, then you like, I would have been in a really good position if my Ninetales had got off the Aurora Veil that turn, but unfortunately it didn't, and it just made the game a lot harder. I was down 1 Pokemon after turn 1, and it was extremely difficult to come back from that point. But from there it was great. Had a couple of really solid games, and then I faced a guy called Connor in last round, and took game 1 pretty comfortably. Game 2, there was a big Moonblast crit on my Mandibuzz from his Finny, which kind of again took the game away from me. And then game 3, he adjusted really well with his leads, and I kind of just really made it difficult for myself. It still came down to very close at the end, but just not enough. So I finished 3-3, which is really disappointing for myself overall, but I feel like I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things. You know, I haven't played competitively in a long time. It was a pretty stacked event to kind of go into as well, so I feel like alright. I've got another MSS coming up this Saturday, so I feel a lot more confident about going into that one, and hopefully we get some points on the board this coming weekend. But anyway, enough of that, guys. Let me know what you were up to over the weekend. And also, I just need to say before we get into this, I apologise. And there's a ton of comments you guys have put up, and I just haven't had the time to kind of go through them all yet. So I am kind of wading my way through those as we speak. So don't think is it like I'm ignoring them or anything like that. I never ignore a comment. It's just taking me a bit longer to kind of get the time together and reply to you all, so I will get there eventually. But on to today's episode. Let us get into it, not waste any more time. So we are playing Whimsicott today. I kind of came back from the event, and I was like, we've only got like 3 weeks left of this 2017/18 format left. So I did want to play Whimsicott before the season ended, so we'll probably play this week, and then we either have a week where we can do what we did with the Hail team, kind of, you know, mess around with this core, see where we can take it with the episode analyzer, or we can play 2 more teams, one next week and then one the following week. Now I do want to play the Eevee Extreme Boost Eevee team probably in that last week, because I think that's a really nice way to kind of send us off from this format. We haven't played it on the channel at all, so it's something I would really like to kind of play with, and I think it would be a lot of fun. So we've got a slot open potentially for another team archetype to play with. So guys, get your ideas in, and I will make sure to, well, we'll go with the common consensus. Whatever we want, whatever the majority want to see played, we'll play that. So do get your ideas in, and we'll put that together. So that should be quite nice. And then, excitingly, we're going to be going into Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I honestly can't wait. It's going to be amazing. So that will all kick off very soon. But we have our first opponent of the day, and they're running a team of Oranguru, Gigalith, Lucario, Araquanid, Delmise, and Gastrodon. So it is a very heavily based Trick Room team. You've got to imagine it's probably Oranguru, Lucario lead there to help get that Trick Room set up. And unfortunately for us, my opponent is already locked in. So let's see what we can do here against this team. Wimmy. Do we bring you this game? I mean, we could do, to be honest. We could go Wimmy and... like, Corco's not a bad lead here. The thing is, the final Gambit from the Lucario, which is a bit of a problem. But then again, we do have Marowak to help us there, I guess. So, I will bring Wimmy. I think I'll lead off with Wimmy and... we probably want Tapu Fini because it's a nice switch into those water type attacks. I think Celesteela's not bad here. There's no electric on my opponent's team, and maybe Marowak as well, or Crocodile. But Marowak is probably a better call here. And you know, if the final Gambit comes out onto potentially the Tapu Fini, we've got a nice switch in turn 1 from Fini to that final Gambit. Being a ghost type, we're immune to it, so it's not going to do anything. And then you've got to imagine under Trick Room that Marowak probably outspeeds the Lucario. So we're kind of presuming that that was going to be the lead, and it does turn out to be the lead for my opponent, leading off with that Oranguru and Lucario. So we are gonna see Follow Me. So I don't really feel like there's any mileage in us going for a taunt here, so we may as well just go for a Moonblast with our Whimsicott into that Lucario, and like I say, switch in Marowak for Tapu Fini here, because I really feel like we're gonna see a final Gambit come out from that Lucario into that slot. And we've not really got any ways to shut down the Trick Room. But we don't see a final Gambit, we just see a Follow Me. So we're going to get a Moonblast off. Ooh, Oranguru revealing Taunt. Okay. So I don't mind that really at all, because... well, it's not really ideal. I mean, we can pick up the KO onto the Lucario here. We could just go for some damage without... Let's go Moonblast, and let's go... yeah, Flare Blitz into the Oranguru. I mean, I could have doubled into the Lucario there just to kind of redirect it in case the Lucario switches out, but a Moonblast here will be able to pick up the KO, and then we should get some good damage onto the Oranguru with the Flare Blitz. And I'm running a bit of a weird Marowak in this team because I did want to try it out. It's actually Rockhead Marowak, so we're not going to take any recoil, and I think that's quite good for Marowak because one of its big cruxes is always getting those Flare Blitzes off, and you're kind of really just damaging yourself every time. And the thing is, when people say Marowak, then like automatically they're not going to use an electric type attack into you, so we can kind of get away with it bluffing, especially in a best of one. Now we do see my opponent switch in the Araquanid and get the Trick Room up. So, what do we want to do? I think we need to maybe preserve Wimmy for later. Like, we're still taunted, so we can't really do anything here. I mean, we could Moonblast into Oranguru. I don't think it's going to pick up the KO there, though. And we're probably likely to see an Instruct come out as well. So, but no Instruct coming out from the Oranguru. We're just going to see Gastrodon come onto the field. We're going to see Surf Spam, I think. So Finny's going to be able to take this alright, but now, like at this point, all we have to think of is how we're going to outstall this Trick Room. So Finny taking decent-ish damage actually. We've got to be aware as well that there could be potential Sludge Bombs coming out from the Gastrodon. But we've got to switch Marowak out here because otherwise it will just go down. I'm just going to protect Finny and I'm going to bring in Celesteela here just to take a Surf. But that Gastrodon is going to get powered up very, very quickly. But we should be able to see if it's got Sludge Bomb here or not. So there's another Surf coming out. Let's see what this does to Celesteela. Oh god, it does so much damage. And there's the Sludge Bomb. I feel like we need to get like a Leech Seed onto maybe the Gastrodon here. And we could go Calm Mind. But we might be better off just bringing in... I mean... Let's go Calm Mind. And let's lock it in Leech Seed. Can we lock it in time? It's just if we go for this, then we're at least going to get one thing off, you know. If the Gastrodon decides to double into the Celesteela here, then we'll get a Calm Mind up. If not, then we do get a Leech Seed with our Celesteela onto that Gastrodon. So it looks like they're doubling into the Celesteela. We are going to lose that this turn. Okay. We see it's Life Orbed as well. And I think we got how many turns of Trick Room left? One thing we could do potentially is bring in Wimmy and go for a Sunny Day. It reduces the damage of everything, but at the same time, no, we might be better off going for that because if we lose, like we're not going to be able to use our water type attacks anyway with Finny. So getting a Sunny Day up also means when the Trick Room does end, which will be the next turn, if we lose Whimsicott here, then we get a free switch into Marowak. And Marowak in the sun is going to be a lot better than Marowak without the sun. So there's a surf. We've got to kind of hope that Gastrodon attacks into the Wimmy, and I think the protect on our Finny's pretty obvious here. So let's see. Sludge Bomb, 100%. Oh, it's into the Finny. Okay. We didn't kind of want that, but I don't know if a Moonblast, a +1 Moonblast and another Moonblast is going to be enough to take down this Gastrodon. Like, we've got to go for it, really, I think. Araquanid protects here. So, here's Wimmy's Moonblast. Maybe. Let's see. Come on, Finny, can you do it? No way. Nah, too close. Okay. But the recoil might be enough to take it down. Crit. Hacks. No, that didn't matter at all. Recoil does take the Gastrodon down. Okay. So we can bring in Marowak. Yeah, I think we have to Flare Blitz into the Oranguru to guarantee. I don't think the Moonblast is going to be enough to take it down from that range. And I'm just going to Moonblast into the Araquanid, get some damage off onto it. I'm pretty confident that Marowak can take at least one Surf. And a Shadow Bone and a Moonblast will be enough to take down that Araquanid, so yeah. Ooh, and a Scald. Do we take this? We should do. Sun's up. Yeah, so that's great. And now a Shadow Bone and a Moonblast are going to be way more than enough, so that works out quite nicely. As long as it's not, like, I think a Moonblast won't put it in range of a berry. I was just about to say, as long as it doesn't have a super berry, but I don't think the Moonblast would have procced the 50% berry there, and then Shadow Bone would have been able to take it out. So, good game to my opponent. And Wimmy coming in clutch there, so not a bad start. It's literally the first game I've had with this team. But I do like the Marowak, the Rockhead. It seems a bit weird, but at the same time, like I was trying to explain earlier, in a best of one situation, if you've got it sitting on the field, and even if it's like one-on-one, if it's not been revealed before then, the Marowak's ability, I don't think a player's going to waste a turn Thunderbolting into it potentially, because everyone runs Lightning Rod on it, so that kind of gives you the bluff automatically in a best of one situation. And also it synergizes a lot better with Coco. There's so many times when you want to T-Bolt and maybe bring in Marowak at the same time, or Volt Switch at the same time as bringing Marowak in, and you just can't do that. So with the Rockhead ability, you can do that. It doesn't really affect anything. So we'll see how it goes anyway, because it might not be the best option going forward, but we'll see. So we've got our next opponent of the day, and they're running a team of very similar team in a few places anyway, of Alola, Marowak, Celesteela, Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Salamence and Tapulele. So what are we looking at here? No Trick Room from my opponent, no speed control really, other than potentially Bulldoze. So you're going to be probably expecting Scarfs on certain Pokemon, like maybe Tapu Lele here. I do want to lead Wimmy again, Like, Wimmy's not great in this match, but it hits the Garchomp Salamence for good damage. We can guarantee the Tailwind off, which is the big thing as well. So what do we lead with it, though? Because maybe Coco. But then again, the Marowak kind of puts us off doing that. I think I might lead Finny. I will bring Marowak and let's bring Crocodile as well, just for some Intimidate support. It's all going to be about us getting the... we should have brought Coco really, because the Celesteela's there. It's going to be a bit awkward to play around. I think the Coco would have given us better options maybe than the Crocodile here, but we'll see. Yeah, it's all going to be about us getting the Tailwind up, really. And making sure we take advantage of that, because like I say, my opponent doesn't appear to have any kind of speed control on their team. So I do see Lele and Tapu Koko come out. Let's see if we can judge what items on what. So it doesn't appear to be Scarf Tapu Lele. Koko getting the Trainer, but we can't discount it. Very slow Tapu Lele, incredibly slow Tapu Lele, so it's definitely not Scarfed. But I do manage to get the Psychic Terrain up. I think what we need to do here is just make sure that we get a Tailwind off. And, I mean, does my opponent even go for a Volt Switch here, knowing that potentially the, like they might double in to Whimsicott. So we could just protect Finny here to save any electric type damage kind of coming out onto us, rather than just go for a Calm Mind. I'll go for that. I'll go for a protect here rather than risk anything too severe this turn. So we do protect with Finny. We'll get our Tailwind off full show. And that's one of the nice things about the Whimsicott. You can always get Tailwind off. Guarantee it. Nature's Madness. And Psychic. Okay. So, now, what is the plan, Stan? Maybe we go like, let's go Moonblast and Calm. Yeah, let's go Calm Mind. Because we might just see the same play again. We get the Moonblast onto Coco. Not doing too much damage, but we do get a Calm Mind off before anything can attack. And the Coco might still be put off from using an electric type attack because potentially the Marowak in the back. Ooh, so Skydrop coming out. And a Psychic into Wimmy. Okay. So I think what we'll do here, we'll take this opportunity to switch Wimmy out and bring in Crocodile. It's slightly risky, but at the same time, we're not going to get an attack off with a Tapu Fini here, which is a bit unfortunate, but I can just click Muddy Water because we'll be moving after the Coco drops us. We might see the Lele just double into the Finny here. Sky drop. And Psychic. Yeah, into the Finny. Just leaving us just above. Now we know the Coco's Assault Vest. You've got to imagine it is. So we could potentially... Like I kind of want to double into the Lele here. Just Muddy Water and Tech Rage into it. Because that should be enough to pick up the KO. Because the Coco's got to switch out, you've got to imagine. Yeah. Salaman's come in. So the Intimidate's going to hurt us a little bit. And we might even just see the Lele protect here. No protect coming out. Okay. So we are going to get this Tech Rage. We might have been better off Moonblasting into the Lele just to make sure. See what the damage is like. This is going to be close. Muddy Water, Salamence avoids. Let's see, +1, is it going to be enough? Ooh, just about. Okay, so we get out of jail there. Tailwind does pit her out. And what we're going to see come in? Maybe Coco? Yeah, okay. Gets that electric terrain up. Okay. I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. And I'm just going to protect Finny this turn. Because I don't think the Coco can protect here. May go for a Dazzling Gleam. What's a Salaman's going to go for? Does it go for a Dragon Dance? That could be... the T-Bolt into the Finny. It's going to go for a Z-move. Supersonic Sky Strike into the Crocodile. But we do take it and get the Earthquake off, so this Crook is bulky. Hopefully the Earthquake takes down the Coco, -1. I don't know if it's going to though. It's not, unfortunately. Now, I think we might have to let the Crook just go down here. I'm just going to go for a Crunch and a Moonblast. I might need to let both go down here, to be honest, to get the Wimmy in with the Marowak. So there's a T-Bolt. Will be enough to take us down, unfortunately. And we'll probably see Dragon Dance come out. Can get some decent damage off, but not great damage. We can bring in Wimmy now and get a Tailwind up. You've got to imagine that the Coco goes for a Dazzling Gleam here, and the Salamence goes for... another Dragon Dance, really. That would kind of make more sense. So that's kind of why I want to switch out Crocodile to Marowak here. And just go for a Tailwind. Because at least we can cycle our Intimidate at least once more if we do lose Whimsicott. And I don't think we're going to see a Thunderbolt into that slot. But we don't actually see another Dragon Dance. We just see a Protect from the Salamence. We do get our Tailwind up. And what is this Coco going to do? Going to go for Dazzling Gleam, yeah. Marowak's able to take quite comfortably. So we are going to get a Crocodile in. The only problem here is the Salamence still outspeeds. I'd say it probably still outspeeds a Marowak. Although we should take an Earthquake. But the Koko's going to want to Dazzle, isn't it really? I think we need to double into the Salamence with a Crunch and a Shadow Bone. Maybe we see an Earthquake come out from the Salamence to try and pick up the KO onto the Marowak as well. But yeah, so there it is. It's going to take down the Koko. We'll take down Crocodile. But then we will... It leaves us not very much health. But we will take down the Salamence here with our Shadow Bone. So it's all going to depend on what... Does my opponent have one or two Pokemon in the back? Is it one? Can't, you know, it must be one, yeah, because we took down the Lele. So what is it going to be? We have got Tailwind up, so we're alright. And we haven't revealed that we're not Lightning Rod yet, which is kind of good. Moment of truth. What have we got? Be something that Marowak can beat. Come on. Okay, my opponent just taking his time with that one last Pokemon. And it is Marowak. Okay, so we should be alright now. Unless it's like crazy Sash Marowak, we'll be able to pick up the KO. And I think even if the Tailwind ends, we'll be fine because we're quite a speedy Marowak. So we should be able to pick up the KO regardless. Just going for a Protect. The Electric Train disappearing. And let's go for another Shadow Bone. Maybe the Protect fails here. That would be good. Come on. Come on, Freddy. So there's a Shadow Bone. No Protect coming out. Is it enough? Oh my god, it's not. Okay, it's not actually enough. Wow. So we lose. Freddy coming out. Maybe that's something we need to look at because we've got so much speed in there. And we've got quite a bit of bulk as well. We can't be affording to lose games on that because we're not picking up KOs on opposing Marowaks. That's pretty huge. A little bit disappointing there, but that's down to EVing, nothing else. I think we played it fine. We got ourselves into the right position. But the big thing there is making sure that our EVs are actually suited to kind of pick up the KOs when we need them to. It's not good, like, losing out on KOs. I think, like, especially in endgame situations like that, you know, you never want to be kind of going down there. Oh, that is annoying because that first turn we could have easily went for a Sword Stance and then it would have definitely picked up the KO. So there's a definite way that we could have won that. But again, the EVs there should be guaranteeing. I'm going to look at the Marowak and we're going to come back and we're going to have it a bit stronger for tomorrow because I just can't afford to have us going into any more games where that situation occurs. It's something so easily kind of overlooked, but something that we can so easily kind of make sure that we're covering as well. I think we saw there as well, there was a good use of Marowak in team preview from us where the Koko was a bit hesitant to kind of launch out electric type attacks early on when it quite comfortably could have done. Did later on in the game, but we hadn't revealed Marowak yet. But just a little bit disappointing there, but as I say, it's something that we can kind of really make sure that we're kind of covering going forward. So I will look at the EV spread this evening and reevaluate for tomorrow, and we'll come back and have a couple of more games with this team. So it's been a lot of fun today. We got to see the Wimmy perform quite well. We played two kind of contrasting cores today, so hopefully it continues as the week goes on. But I do like the build, it's quite nice, and we'll get into it a bit more as the week goes on and explain everything behind it and stuff like that. So that is it for today, guys. As always, thank you so much for tuning in and viewing. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on the team, what you thought of the matches today, etc, etc. I love to hear your thoughts, and I will make sure to get back to each and every one of you. Aside from that, we will have a best of 3 battler this week. We'll be back with our Battle Spot doubles this week. We've got some special teams for that episode this week, and our stream this Thursday, which will be viewer battles. And at some point, when I've got time, because I just didn't have time over the weekend, I am planning on doing a 1,000 subscriber special. So expect that. I kind of wanted it to have it out this week at some point, but it might be towards the back end of this week, over the weekend. But do be patient with it, because it will be good, and we're going to have some really cool prizes, plushies and other things. So as just a bit of a thank you to you, so stay tuned for that, and we'll be back again tomorrow. So have a great evening, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, obviously leave a like, it does massively help. And yeah, take care of yourselves, and I will see you lovely people all tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah, until then, guys, take care and bye bye.